At Holloway and Hauling, we deliver the results that Griz fans deserve. If you've been charged with a criminal offense or a DUI, we will fight to defend your rights.
If you've been injured in an accident, we have the offense to get you the compensation you deserve.
Choose the right team. Choose Holloway and Hauling for proven criminal defense and personal injury legal services, a proud partner of Grizzly Athletics. Visit us soon at our new downtown location or check out our website for more information.
When you're going to grab accessories, I don't know what we're in for here, but you actually have a serious analyst background for the first time all season. I love it.
You like that? I got to think, let me get out of the way here. For the people who are watching on YouTube, here's the graphic that Montana set out today. Ah Yat with FCS leader in passing yards, 2,534. Amazing. What a quarterback that I was pounding on the table last year about. And some people didn't think he should be playing. And the other guy, who's now bad at New Mexico State, thought that guy should be playing. So I'm glad. Little victory lap on my part. Yeah. Thank God for me. I'm right. Thank you.
Talkin Schmidt with Andrew Schmidt, back for another week, probably presented by Holloway and Hauling. Holloway and Hauling, experts in criminal defense. You can find them at montanalawyers.net. Okay, so
yeah, that's what I got actually. So
I brought Nate golf ball.
So if this is my golf ball, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that is Nate Holloway and Hauling. His face is on my golf ball, and a little story about that. Nate is extremely annoying to golf with. He'll golf with you, but he is annoying. So when my dad was coaching at San Diego State, he took me golfing. I was like maybe 6 years old at the time. And his friend, Alima Afoa, Samoan, had BYU written on his golf balls. And I was like, why do you have BYU? Don't you want San Diego State written on your golf balls? And he goes, I hate BYU. I want to hit them as hard as I can. So I was like, that's a great idea. So Vice has these balls you can customize. And so I put Nate's face, because he's super annoying, on the golf ball. And I hope you can, here, I'll put out the last numbers. I put his email and his cell phone number on the golf ball, so when I tag a house, they know who to call. He actually got a couple calls this year from some people in Colorado who found the golf ball. Little update. So Holloway, brought to you by Holloway and Hauling. Give him a call if you have any personal injury or criminal defense, or one of his golf balls hits your house.
I love it. So, per your background with Keali'i Ah Yat, we can get into the ebbs and flows of all the what could have beens and also just where we are right now. You and I were both on the same page that we thought this kid was very, very talented from the very first time that we saw him, and that has bared out, certainly, especially the last 2 months of the year here, ever since the North Dakota game when he really turned a corner. And still, I cannot believe that there is a quarterback who plays for the Montana Grizzlies, and that Montana Grizzlies team is coached by Bobby Hauck, that is leading the country in passing after any number of games that have been played, let alone 9 of them. And, oh, by the way, that quarterback is a sophomore. This is uncharted territory for Coach Hauck.
Yeah, we're in bizarro world right now, and can you imagine? It's like 1995, right? Like we have a quarterback, or 96. We have a quarterback leading the nation in passing yards. When's the last time that happened? I think then. I don't know. I'd have to ask someone.
I think the other probably candidate outside of those Don Reed, Dave Dickinson teams, and then of course Brian Ayat the year after Don Reed retired, is probably Drew Miller in 2000. Yeah, but I still don't think he probably led the country in passing yards, because they had Johansi Humphreys and you know. Yeah. So, but since then,
they were the five. Yeah, they were the 5 wide, throw it all over the place teams, and then that was not the case with Johansi. And then Bobby comes in and just turns it into a smash mouth team, right? So, it's been a while. This is very exciting. Very exciting. And he's a sophomore. I hope we can hang on to him forever. But I mean, watching his games, he still has so much to get better with, like he has a lot of things that he can do better. Like he had another touchdown to Bohannon that he threw short. And if he didn't throw it just short, he wouldn't have stumbled. It would have been another TD. Like he can get better, which is like very, very exciting for Grizz fans who have not had this. Like what? I was 10 the last time that this happened. So like this is amazing. I'm almost 40 now. So this is incredible.
I think that the part that is maybe the coolest part about it to me is not only is Ayat a legacy guy, but because he's a legacy guy and where he comes from, like most of the time, if this was happening, let's say this is happening at a different school with a different guy, but there was a sophomore who was leading the country in passing yards. I would literally, my first thought would be, where's that guy transferring to and how much is he going to get paid?
Yeah.
Ayat's going to get some offers, I'm sure. And this is just complete speculation on my part. This is just me completely implying based on what I know, but it's not even any sort of direct correspondence with the kid. I mean, they've protected him a ton when it comes to the media. I've only talked to Ayat like 5 times. I've only talked to him one-on-one once. So I cannot proclaim to know him whatsoever. But everything I do know about him and everything I do know about his family and just like the things that are part of his makeup, I don't think he's leaving, man. I think he wants to be the greatest quarterback ever at Montana. And that's the part where you're like, wow, look at this kid's trajectory. Look at this guy become.
I think we talked about it like on the second episode or something. I think there's a little bit of a like Samoans are very family oriented people, right? So like you don't just leave your family because someone comes with a bag of money, right? That's not something they do. They support their brothers, right? They're Usos. So like that I have no idea. He might leave, but I think I don't think he's going to be chasing a bag. And I think he has something bigger that he has a responsibility for, I think. Again, I don't know, but I would assume that he stays, which would be really, really, really cool. Like I would love, I mean, the next, not only this year, which is amazing, but like the next 2 years could be like this as well. It's just, we haven't had a guy like this in a long time. Not in my adult lifetime have we had a guy like this. So like, I'm excited. Hence the background.
This field represents big moments, big challenges, and the need for a team you can trust.
At Holloway and Hauling, we understand what's at stake. We are your advocates in Missoula and Western Montana.
We provide clear, result-driven counsel for criminal defense and personal injury cases.
Our new downtown office is where we turn that strategy into action.
Holloway and Hauling, your advocates for justice and a proud Griz sponsor.
Hello, my name is Keali'i Ah Yat, quarterback of the University of Montana. In the off-season, it's important to do everything you can to prepare for the season. In high school, that means funding your program. In my experience, Vertical Raise is the ultimate online fundraiser platform. Now broaden your reach of your fundraiser and bring in more money than other platforms. And there are no sneaky or hidden fees like other companies. If you're trying to raise money for your program, reach out to Vertical Raise today.
The narrative. So here's the funny narrative around the FCS right now, especially between Bobcat and Griz fans. They're just going back at each other. Well, you haven't played anybody. Your stats mean nothing. You haven't played anybody. And like I keep trying to tell everybody, there isn't anybody to play that are of the quality of Montana schools. That's why they're the number 2 and 3 teams in the country. They won't have played anybody that's as good as each other until they play each other. So I think that there's this thought like, oh, well, when Ayat gets into playing good teams, he's not going to throw for as many yards. It's like, well, based on what actual good teams are, he's not going to play any good teams until they play the Cats, and then he's not going to play any good teams again after that until deep into the playoffs. So I expect him to keep throwing for 280-something yards a game, right?
Yeah, I mean, this leads me right into like, this is good job by you, Colter.
Schmidt Storm.
Again, that one always gets me. Tarleton State, okay, they're this week's Schmidt Storm, okay? Like a few weeks ago, I told you guys, ignore Craig Haley in the polls and Sam Herder and just ignore them. Nothing's gonna matter until these games that are played at the end of the season, I expected Tarleton to remain undefeated. What I didn't expect is them to lose to Abilene Christian on a last-second field goal. And then I made this comment on Twitter, which was, shame on all you people for ranking them 2 in the first place. Could you not smell that fraud? Like, speaking of smell, could you not smell that fraud like 3 states over? They're not any good, okay? Abilene Christian is not any good. If Tarleton State's wins this year, or sorry, let me back up. Everyone had them ranked 2 because they beat Army, okay? Army's 4-4. Do you know who Army has beaten? Okay, K-State, who's awful this year, UAB, Charlotte, and Air Force. They're a combined 10-23. Those are their wins. Like, they haven't beaten anyone. So, like, Tarleton goes in and beats Army, and you're like, oh, man, what a win. What an FBS. We're going to rank them 2. Guys, Army sucks. They suck. Tarleton sucks. Abilene Christian sucks. Okay? And I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Okay? Lehigh sucks. Tennessee Tech sucks. Monmouth sucks. Okay? None of these teams are any good. They all stink. All right? So, like, looking at, you know what I would do if they would let me? Okay? They're not going to let me do this. But the Cat Griz game should be for the 2 and 3 seed. And whoever wins that game gets the 2, and whoever loses gets the 3, and then they play each other again in a month at the winner's house. Like, that's the way it should be, because all the other teams stink. So, like, having Tarleton at 2, gross. All right? They frauds, the lot of them. Tennessee Tech's going to lose to Kentucky in a few weeks, and they're going to have a loss. And Lehigh, I'm looking at their schedule. Are you guys impressed because Lehigh beat Duquesne 35-21? Like, all of these teams stink. So, like,
what was the Lehigh Sacred Heart score? They played Sacred Heart, a team that the Griz went to
28-10.
Yeah, right. Griz took a nap for the second and third quarters and still won by 4 scores against Sacred Heart.
Yeah. It's just, this is what they beat Fordham. They beat Fordham 27-6. Ooh, the Mountain Hawks. Like, guys, they should not be at 3. None of these teams, again, we've talked about it a bunch of weeks in a row. There's only like 4 good teams in the country. And right now, one of them doesn't have their quarterback, so they're going to lose every game until they get them back.
Right.
So there's the Dakota States and there's the Montana schools. That's it. And those teams should have the top 4 seeds, and you can't tell me otherwise. Like, all these other teams stink. They just do. So, like, Ah Yat, to get back to your point, Ah Yat's stats against these other teams, they all stink. There's only 4 good ones. That's it.
The issue here, too, is that this is so hard for people that don't live in Big Sky Conference / Missouri Valley Football Conference land. But it's my firm belief that even just the okay to not really that good teams in the Big Sky would beat everybody outside of the Big Sky. Like, I really think that Idaho State Lehigh would be a great game. And if Idaho State won, it would not surprise me. Like, Cal Poly, I don't know what the hell happened to Cal Poly this last week, so that's probably a bad example. But give me another middle. Sac State versus Tennessee Tech. It's a great game. I bet you Sac State wins. I actually bet you Sac State kicks Tennessee Tech's ass.
I bet you're right.
I bet you they beat them by 2 scores, right? I mean, Lehigh played Idaho in the playoffs last year, and Idaho turned the ball over in bunches, and they still won 34-10.
Yeah. And we're supposed to say Lehigh's the 4th ranked team. I don't care. What's going to happen, and this is going to be really annoying, is they're going to penalize whoever loses that Cat Griz game.
Yes.
And they're gonna get put on like the same side of the bracket as like North Dakota State. Like, they're gonna get a 4, they're gonna get something like that. Guys, even with the Cats going 9-3, they're better than Lehigh. Like I'm sorry. You can't...
we're talking middle of the road teams. If the Cats or the Griz played these teams, they're gonna destroy them. These teams are not as good as even the middle teams in the Big Sky.
Correct. And if Montana runs the table and ends up 11-1, they should be the 3 seed with their only loss coming to the Cats, and the Cats should be 2. Like, and that's just the way it is. Like, I'm sorry, this is what the FCS is,
Right.
and we get the Ivy Leagues now. They don't play anyone either, so like this is just gonna be bad. It's just gonna be bad teams that you put up stats against until maybe the snow belt happens. I don't know, but these top 4 teams need to not be in this mess of shit. And that's why there's so many passing yards here, right? There's no, everything else is so watered down now that I don't know what your argument is that he did this against bad teams. Again, they're all bad. They're all bad.
And like the ones that are even okay and good, again, like I just think that like Northern Arizona or North Dakota are going to go win all these leagues that we're talking about. You put North Dakota in the Patriot League that Lehigh's in. What's their record? Same as Lehigh, right? They're undefeated.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the top 25. North Dakota State, deservedly so. Montana, then Cats, Lehigh, Tennessee Tech, Tarleton after that loss, Monmouth, South Dakota State, who knows if their quarterback's back, Harvard, Villanova. That's it. Like that's and this isn't like your dad's Villanova, right? This isn't like the Villanova and the Richmond teams of the past where they would get the guys from like who couldn't play at Virginia. You know, they're all at Virginia now. They're all at Virginia Tech. They got NIL to go there. So like again, they're not. Those teams had some dudes like Lawrence Sidbury in the national championship game, just monsters. They don't have those guys anymore. They don't. Or they're playing for James Madison, right? Who moved up. So
I think part of this is just a sort of a facade to maintain that the FCS is like it's not that it's not a viable subdivision. Here's the thing. If the state schools that are the premier schools in the Big Sky in the Missouri Valley just moved out of the FCS would be a nice little subdivision. Like
correct.
Watching Tennessee Tech and Harvard and Lehigh and Villanova battle it out for a national championship, that'd be pretty fun. I'd probably watch it. I'd probably bet on it. But it's not the same thing as what they're doing at Montana and Montana State and the Dakota schools. It's just not the same.
There was a time where they were on the same playing field, right?
Yes.
It was when the Georgia Southern and the App States and the James Madisons and the Marshalls and the whatever, Western Kentuckys, all those teams, when they were there, that was a vibrant, good subdivision. Now, due to the transfer portal and all this stuff, NIL, right? All of the good players either go up like at good schools, right? Or those schools had moved up already. So like there's only 4 left, and those 4 should not be in FCS anymore. And I've said this for a long time. Speaking of this week, Montana should not be in the same conference with Eastern fucking Washington. Like them and their 3,000 fans a game. Like this is not the same thing. One averages 26,000, one averages like 3,000, right? Have you been to the schools? Have you been to the stadiums? If you ever have, like I can tell you, walking in as Griz player and getting to play in front of 25,000 people is awesome. It feels like big time college football. Then you'd go on the road and you'd play in Greeley, in that town that has a cloud of shit hanging over it. And you play in front of 2,000 people, it'd be like, this is worse than high school. Like, why is Montana in the same division?
I mean,
like, they shouldn't be. They should not be.
Saturday, the Cats played in Greeley. Talon Marsh, the backup D tackle, had a 90-yard pick six. And he ran all the way down the sidelines to put the Cats up 48-0 in a game they won 55-7. And there was so few people there supporting Northern Colorado that the probably 2,000 Bobcat people there were going crazy, and they were sitting there raising the roof to the crowd, and it was like this alternative universe. Like, okay, you're the road team, and you were sitting here dunking on the home team, celebrating as much as you possibly can, and there is no vitriol. There's nobody that's getting in your face because there's nobody there that even cares. It's like, it's not the same thing, man, and it's okay. Like, I think Northern Colorado is actually a team that's on the come up a little bit compared to what they have been. And obviously the floor is as low as you can have No, I mean, they've won
Yeah.
35 games in their D1 history. So to win 3 in 1 year is a lot for them. But
Yeah.
regardless, it's not the same level of football. And that's okay. It's okay. But at some point, it just looks silly for the Montana schools to be participating in this thing where they are the great outlier compared to everybody else.
Yeah, and there's that argument. And by the way, this isn't a rant on Montana move up. I'm just telling you guys right now what the status of this is. But like, everyone would be like, I like being a big fish in a small pond. It's like, dude, there is no pond anymore. There's nothing. Right. You're just like, it's a barrel.
You're flopping around on the dry ground.
Yeah, you're like from Super Mario and the fish is jumping out of the water. Like that's what we are now. Like there's nothing there. There's just nothing there. So like, yeah, Northern Colorado and their 2,000 fans should be in the same conference as Eastern Washington and their 3,000 fans, and same with Idaho State and their 4,000 fans. That's a nice, those are all the same thing. Those are not the same thing as Montana and the Cats and North Dakota State. Like they're not. I'm sorry. And like this year is a little more top heavy than in years past, but this isn't changing anytime soon. It's not changing anytime soon. What is Eastern Washington going to get like what, $20 million from a donor to improve their roster and their facilities? Like, no. Like, no one gives a shit about Eastern Washington.
They launched the Gateway Project, which was their stadium expansion project, when we were in college.
Yeah.
we graduated college like 16 or 17 years ago. This is not like it's been any sort of expedient fundraising going on here.
No. And there's always those rumors, like they're going to they might cut athletics. They might move down to D2. They can't fund their football team. That's not the same thing as what Montana is. And I'm sorry, people, but until then, like, expect these passing leaders and rushing leaders all to come from these schools, because there's the only good players that are going to want to play at these schools. And in the end, the snow belt should be created, because like those teams that all need to move up together and have a conference where they can compete. Because I was looking at that S&P Plus by Bill Conley. Like, North Dakota is like ranked from S&P Plus the 40th ranked school in the nation. Like,
North Dakota State, you mean?
Yeah, North Dakota State.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, North Dakota State. And like, if those guys formed a conference like of schools that are similar, that conference would be better than the Mountain West, who's losing a bunch of guys. It would probably be even better than most of the Pac-12, who are gaining Boise State and Colorado State, right? It would be better than the MAC. It would be better than Conference USA. It would be better than, well, it might be similar to the Sun Belt, right? So like, it'd probably be a step below the American, maybe. Like that, they should do that. Like, again, it's past time to do it. They should have done it 10 years ago. But until then, we're gonna have to deal with this slop in the FCS for the end of time. Until it happens.
Yo, Tara, what up, E?
What's going on? Man, those are some nice medals.
Yeah, man, these are hard to come by.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 of them.
Well, that's nothing like going to March Madness, though.
We did go to a national championship.
Okay, guys, whatever. Let's just get on the Montana party bus and head over to Press Box for lunch.
Yeah.
Nuanez now and Skyline Sports, covering Montana athletics and the Big Sky Conference better than anybody. The Montana Party Bus and the Press Box are also proud supporters of Montana athletes.
Hey, cheers to you guys, man. Cheers to Montana. Cheers to Chasing.
One Pawn, Missoula's #1 pawn shop.
You want money? We got money. You need money? We got money. We're cash.
Do yourself a favor and make Cash One Pawn part of your online shopping habits. Cash One Pawn has an awesome online inventory, everything from firearms to power tools to speaker equipment to jewelry. Visit Cash One Pawn today.
Cash One Pawn.
8720 Roller Coaster Road, CashOnePawn.com.
And if you're North Dakota State, this has to be, I gotta say, frustrating because we win the national championship game every year is not frustrating, I'm sure, but numbing almost. I don't know.
Yeah.
I looked this up the other day. North Dakota State, since they won their first FCS national title in 2011, they're 186-21. They've lost 21 games in 14 years.
Yeah. Like, is this fun for you? It's like playing Madden on rookie difficulty. Is this fun?
They won 22 straight playoff games. To put that in perspective, Montana State has won 21 playoff games in the history of their program, and they've been in the playoffs a bunch.
Yeah. I know. It's like, yeah, they're playing Madden on rookie. It's the best thing that I can equate it to. Like
48 losses since they moved to D1, period. 48 in the last 21 years?
Yeah. And again, look, I was told that the Dakota State schools and the Montana schools were all looking to move up together last year. And then they needed financial help to do so from the Mountain West. And then Air Force and UNLV kind of held the Mountain West feet to the fire and said, hey, you either give us more money from all these exit fees or we're leaving for the Pac-12 as well. So all the money that was earmarked that was going to help those schools moved up went to Air Force and UNLV to help them stay. So like, I don't know, maybe each of these schools can find a way to move up on their own without the help of the Mountain West. I don't know if things have changed from their perspective, but I mean, good for them for exploring it, and because they don't belong there. They don't belong in this anymore.
So the point is that the shitstorm today is that everybody sucks. Play the sound. Shout out the sponsor.
Shitstorm.
They stink, Colter.
Thanks to our great friends at Holloway and Hauling. They were voted best attorneys in Missoula in 2025. They have more than 40 years of experience offering legal representation when it comes to criminal defense, personal injury, or family law. Call them anytime, 406-880-7424, or visit montanalawyers.net. Appreciate Nate and their team for their continued support of us here, Talkin Schmidt, on the Big State Breakdown podcast series. Okay, so last big picture question. Then I want to talk about whatever the hell happened to Weber State. Man, what a far cry from what they once were, just in terms of like toughness and stuff, preparation. Like, What the hell are you guys doing? But before that, how much pressure do you think there is, though, on the Montana schools? If the premise is that everybody sucks and they're outspending everybody, don't they got to win one before the subdivision goes away?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's only limited opportunities because I think this is happening within the next 3 or 4 years.
That's what I mean. So, like right now, when you're number 3, you got to win like now.
Yeah.
You got to start winning like this year or the next couple of years.
Yeah, and they've got to win, and this is the back to the Cats counting fake championships and stuff like that. What is in my like nightmares, okay, is that the Griz don't win another one, and then Cat fans for the end of time are saying that they have more national championships than the Griz. That I don't want to happen at all. When they like, you don't have as many FCS national championships, and you're counting ties and D2s and NAIA shit and stuff that writers gave you in the 1990s for a basketball championship that happened like 70 years before. Like, so yeah, they need to win one, right? Win one, and then that argument is gone, which would make me very happy. What I also don't want is the Cats to win one, but like as soon as, because when if they announce that they're moving up, right, then they're out of the playoffs, right, for the next year.
Right.
They have that transition year, so like they need to win one and then say, hey, we're leaving, like we're leaving immediately, right, and then everything will be fine. But yeah, there's pressure because I mean, look, if North Dakota was in the Mountain West this year, they would get a playoff spot they'd be the highest ranked group of 5 team, more than likely, right? So they'd get a chance to get in there and have what happened to Boise State happen to them, right? But I don't think that you can always win a one-off game. And like Boise State beating Oklahoma when Oklahoma had Adrian Peterson on it, like that can always happen in a one-game sample, right? But I can tell you in a four-game sample, that Boise State team isn't running to the national championship. They're just not. So like I don't think that in the event that these teams move up and say North Dakota got a group of five spot, that they would end up winning it all, right? I just don't think they would have a chance over that many games. So now's the time. You got to do it now.
You got to do it now. What did you make of what Weber State has become? Watching them,
they stink as well, Colter. Got it, like
when Ayat walked into the end zone on that zone read, and it was just completely untouched. Like, nothing. It's like, did you guys prepare? Don't you realize like that wasn't something that they could run on the goal line?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, I was watching plays back. They had like two guys going with the like the motion guy, and they all day they had stuff like that all day.
Right.
The Bohannon touchdown, they ran that same thing that I've been talking about on Twitter. They ran the switch verts, but this time they Wortham ran a full wheel and didn't like he just went right. He didn't slow down. He didn't fake wheel, fake screen. He just went. It was pure switch verts. And both guys went with Wortham and just leave Bohannon completely wide open.
Completely wide open.
So like those mistakes were like constant. The Eli Gilman touchdown, they had a guy going the wrong way. Like they had a bunch of that stuff, and they're just bad. They're just bad. And the far cry of like we talked about last week, they used to have dudes and they used to be tough. And now, I mean, shit, they won last year, but they weren't any good. I don't think we were any good last year, but yeah, I mean, that's the word of the day. They stink. They stink, Colter.
Yeah, it was stunning to hear that Bobby Houck had lost 5 of his last 6 to Weber. And
yeah.
the Griz had not won in Ogden since 2012. What?
Yeah.
But so that obviously feels like it feels good for the Griz to get that win. But also, I think it was very clear in the way they coached that game that they knew exactly what the disparity in the talent was. Like they went up 28-3 and then basically said, all right.
Yeah, shut it down.
Shut it down.
Again,
let's play everybody.
Usually I have something to complain about the Griz, but I'm completely fine with that game. Like I'm completely fine with that game.
Totally.
You blow the doors off them, you start running vanilla stuff to keep the powder dry, so to speak, and then you play your backups for the majority of whatever and run vanilla. Just run vanilla and run out the clock. Do it running clock. Mercy them. I don't care. You don't need to win 60-0. Like just get your stuff in, win, go home. I'm fine with that. They've got 2 more tune-up games till the actual show, right? So I don't really care as long as they win the next few games, that's all I really care about.
Yeah, I think that the one thing that I took away from the game was we've been weighing the Griz offense and the mechanism of it, and what's the most important factor, so to say. And I think we saw for a couple weeks what happens when teams like Idaho State for sure and Sac State for sure. What happens when they load the box, take away Gilman, and then what Wortham can do to you. Then on Saturday, you saw what happens when teams take away Wortham,
right?
And what everybody else can do to you. And I think that's probably a very encouraging sign for Griz fans because Wortham actually was held in check. That's fine. But Bohannon, like 150, had the greatest game of his career at the Griz. And Gilman rushed for 122 on 12 carries. And if he didn't get busted out of bounds on that one up the sideline, that would have been a touchdown. Probably would have had 150. Yeah. So, I think you saw everybody else step up.
This is like the pick your poison thing, right? Like what I've been saying, this should be easy for Ayat, right? That this should. with Wortham and Gilman, there's so much attention paid to those guys that other guys are going to be open. Brooks Davis is going to get end arounds for touchdowns. Like it could be Josh Gale one week, which it was. It could be Bohannon one week, which it was. Like that, the guys should be wide open because of so much attention paid to those two guys. And like Wortham is really, really, really good. And so is Gilman. And again, I think that the Peyton Award should go to Wortham for everything that he does. Like he is a complete magnet for everyone. And if you lose sight of him for a second, he's going to beat you in every way possible, right? And Gilman's a special talent. I think he's our best running back we've ever had. Wortham is just this X factor though that opens up literally everything. So, and Ah Yat's doing a great job getting him the ball. It's just hard to defend.
Is a will you marry me in your future? Or maybe you do it all over again. Hi, I'm Brian Toon with Jewelry Design Center, inviting you to come see the largest selection of Will You Marry Me in the state of Montana. The brightest diamonds of every shape and size, unique settings built to last, and skilled jewelers on site offering free sizing and maintenance for life, because that's how long we want to be your jeweler. Jewelry Design Center in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
The Comedy Night Showcase hits DraftWorks Brewery on November 6th at 8:30 p.m. Tickets are $30 and include entry plus 2 drinks. Grab yours at draftworksbrewery.com before they're gone. Come thirsty and laugh until your cheeks hurt.
So now that we're here and it's 9-0, and it seems to me that like all the pitfalls and speed bumps are behind the Griz now. Obviously, of course, with the exception of the brawl, but that's in Missoula, and that's so. I'm not. We can get to that week when we get to that week, but in terms of like setting the stage for what the collision course was anticipated to be, it seems like we're there on the Griz side, and the Bobcats just need to take care of business against Weber, who they'll destroy this weekend.
Yeah,
and then Davis, who I'm still just unsure about Davis. I think they're well coached, and I think they can be competitive with everybody, but like you can't lose to Idaho State. But I'm also not surprised Idaho State beat them. I thought Cody Hawkins would go in there saying, hey, you hired Tim Plow and not me. All right. I can't be the heir apparent to my dad. All right, let's see what you got. I wasn't surprised Idaho State won, but
Idaho State has some good players. Like, again, we talked about it. They have those big wide receivers, and as long as Cook isn't getting pressured, he can rip you up a little bit. So I think Davis's problem is that their team last year would beat the Cats team this year. However, that's not what happened, right? So they ran into the best Cat team ever, like from a talent perspective, and they lost at home. Right now, they have to go with a lesser team, and you're playing a lesser Bobcat team. But I think the Bobcats are still better, still better than Davis. So, and you're playing in Bozeman, which will be, a lot more fans than you've played against the rest or in front of the rest of the year. So I think Cats should take care of business. I mean, they've got 2 home games in a row, and then they go to Missoula, and we'll see what happens. I don't know how good the Cats are, to be honest. Like I said that a few years ago. Like I don't know how good they are, and this year without proven commodities, it's hard to know. I just know that they're better than the other. I don't know how many teams are FCS. There's 4 good ones. Right? They're better than all those. I just don't know how they rank up to the other 4. We'll find out in Missoula for sure.
Yeah. But the Griz are past their potential pitfalls, it seems, right?
I mean, if they lose to Eastern at home, I mean, we've got some issues, right?
Right. They shouldn't. State in the middle. I mean, come on, man.
Which, by the way, I am a huge fan of soccer, as you well know. I got into it because my friend actually. Let me back up. I had a friend, James Polis. Shout out to you, James, who I know you're listening.
Yes, he does. He listens and comments. Appreciate it.
James, he was pestering me in law school to pick a Premier League team. Pick a Premier League team. They kept pestering me about it. And finally, I broke down and I was like, okay, who's your favorite team? And he said, Manchester United. And I said, who is their rival? And he said, Manchester City. And I was like, all right, I'm a Manchester City fan now.
Isn't that like the New York Yankees of the Premier League?
Well, now they are. Like
Yeah.
they didn't used to be. Well, United used to be the Yankees, and it's like the
okay.
Mets. It's like if the Mets were bought by the United Arab Emirates, and then they sunk all of this money into them, and now they're the best team in the world. You know, like
Yep.
they have
Yep.
so much talent. But since that time, and this was 2010, 2011, Manchester City's only been good, and Manchester United's only been bad. So it's worked out great in my favor. But the thing I love about it is games are on all the time. Like they're on in the middle of the day during the week, or they're like a appetizer before football. So like, and they're great to gamble on. Love soccer. Anyway, I decided to like follow some teams in each league so that if there's something on, I can watch it. And I started becoming a fan of the Portland Timbers. And the reason being why I like the Timbers is because I played in Providence Park twice, right? And that stadium atmosphere is so cool. And it was so cool to find out that they are playing Montana in Providence Park this year. First time in a while that they let Portland State back in. So that game will be really cool. And
I
they
want to know
again,
if Bruce Barnum opens up a bar tab.
He should.
Because in 2015, when they were on their one and only run of the modern era for Portland State, he opened up a bar tab. And he did it for all their home games at Providence Park.
Yeah.
And he would like then tweet the receipt. And he was spending like 8 to 10 grand every single game.
Yeah, more than he should have been, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It was so weird playing, and we'll talk about this next week, but there's like all these different mascots there, and like Timber Joey was there. And if you guys don't know the Timbers, like they have a guy who like when they score a goal, he saws a log with a chainsaw and then holds up the tree ring. And the crowd goes crazy. He was doing that for the game against us when we're all looking around like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I thought they were the Vikings. Like, who's this lumberjack? Yeah, but the atmosphere there is really cool because it's right downtown, right? So to get back to this, like you shouldn't lose to Eastern at home. You shouldn't lose to Portland State and Providence Park. Those should both be games where you get healthy and get young guys playing time. And then we'll see what happens in the Cat game. I mean, that's going to be a monster game. It's going to be a battle, and everyone's going to be liquored up and rowdy, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm playing in Washington Grizzly is a great leveler, and I think that it'll be hard for an away team to win any game there, especially one that's as emotionally charged as that one. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't think the Cats are as good as they were last year, and I think the Grizz are better than they are, but who knows?
Certainly a lot of time to charge up and talk about. Okay, here's your task, soccer boy. Check out the Griz soccer team sometime this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't play off start on Friday.
I've never been really into soccer, but they have taken Missoula by storm. It has captivated the community. I mean, they're drawing like close to 2,000 fans a game. Like it is really fun, and the girls are really fun to watch. They are really
good,
competitive. I mean,
and their coach is really good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I've been kind of following along, and it seems like every year they lose a star player to injury, and then
they lost 4 this year. 4 of
yeah,
the best
and they
have all. By the way, check out SkylineSportsMT.com right now. Andrew Houghton, not Andrew Schmidt, he wrote a feature about this. Like, how the heck did the Griz navigate this? Because seriously, their 4 of their 5 best players got hurt, and they're still the number 1 seed. It's really impressive.
Yeah, and like last year they had a bunch of injuries too, and they said, I mean, they're first team to win the Big Sky 3 years in a row. So yeah, no, I'm soccer. Like I was watching a comedian. He's like, I love when people complain about soccer and they're like, it's so boring, it's so low scoring. The team won 3-2, right? It's like, oh, kind of like a team in football winning 21-14. Like it's three scores and 2 scores, right? It's like it's the same thing. Like it's just one goal, right? So like one goal counts as 7 points in football. So like maybe it's because I like gambling on sports. But soccer it's like I care about my Montana Grizzlies here, like here's the top level, and then I care about Manchester City, probably like right here, And then it's like everything else now in my life. Like I used to like Lakers used to be, I'd watch every Laker game. Who has time for that, right? But now like I can watch, like in the middle of the workday, I can throw on a city match, right? And gamble on it and work at the same time. I mean, is this heaven? Like, yeah, it's wonderful.
Soccer is perhaps the greatest sport to watch on TV while you're working.
Correct. While something else is going on.
Because it's just a bunch of stuff that's not really consequential. Like if you're really a soccer nerd, you want to really watch it, but like you can just tell exactly what's happening every time the announcer raises their voice. You're like, oh, I'll watch. Oh, I can just rewind 15 seconds. Oh, there's a goal.
And you can see how good these players are, and and for someone who I'm not quite sure if I want my kids playing football, we'll see. If they were, Christian Pulisic, that would be amazing. And I could move to Europe and follow them around. That's what I need to do. I need to start whipping them into shape. Where are they? They're in the other room. And the one's only 9 weeks old. So
remember Matt McHugh from college? He was my roommate in the dorm.
Yeah.
Matt McHugh got a job at Nike. He still works at Nike, but he's an accountant. And his job for a while was to be the accountant while they were drafting the contracts for the top European soccer players for their endorsement deals. So he's sitting in the room with Ronaldo and Messi and making sure that the numbers check out. He's living in Amsterdam, and he would call me or text me and be like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how I got here, but wow, what a cool thing. And he would go to the matches. He would get tickets and stuff. He said it's just crazy. So fun.
This is from a lawyer perspective. This is going to bore the shit out of everyone. I actually have something that's better and more engaging that I'll bust out after this. But from a lawyer point of view, these contracts that they have with soccer players are wild, right? Because it's not just your pay, your base pay, right? You have to negotiate pages of name, image, and likeness, right? Because otherwise you're not allowed to use their appearance on your broadcast. So you have to negotiate. You have to negotiate what it's going to cost to pay so that you can use their image in anything. And if you don't do it, you can't use them for advertising, you can't, right? So it's all baked in now, where it's American contracts are here's your paragraph 5 salary and here's your signing bonus. There it is much more complex. So you're saying that he's dealing with those endorsement deals. Those are wild, man. I remember Messi's contract had something 50 pages or something like that on his image rights. It was just crazy. And then you have to negotiate the attorney or the agent fees separately. So you're hey, no, I want $50 million, but I want my agents to be paid 10 or something like that. So it's just a wild, different universe.
Another day, flavorless forage.
What in the heck is this magic? It smells intriguing. Could this be the answer to my lifelong struggle against bland wilderness cuisine? Okay, deep breaths. Don't get your hopes up, big guy.
Finally, a meal fit for a famished Bigfoot. Thank you, Alpine Touch. My Rocky Mountain adventures just got a whole lot tastier.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Shine Beer Sanctuary is leading the charge when it comes to promoting beer culture in Montana. Located at the corner of Church and Main and downtown Bozeman, the locally owned and operated tap house and bottle shop has the best beer selection in the Treasure State. The bar has 32 rotating beers on tap with everything from Duvel to local ciders, gluten-free beers, and non-alcoholic options. The bottle shop has more than 400 beer offerings from all over the world, and Shine offers Cicerone-trained beer guides. Come enjoy beer heaven at Shine Beer Sanctuary in Bozeman.
Crazy. All right. Hey, you got anything else this week before I let you go?
I actually was gonna, yeah. We didn't have much to talk about, so I just have right here something
It's
else.
because the game had no back and forth. It was 20,
No, it was
28-3, and then they just sat on their thumbs for the rest of the time so that they didn't get hurt.
Yeah. So I came prepared. I have right here my list. Maybe you can help me out. Maybe we can have the audience help me out. My list of top 5 sandwiches. All right, so Colter,
You're
gonna have to
let
tell
Sean
me.
Rainey on my podcast.
You're gonna have to let me know whether you agree or disagree. And you can even do it in the YouTube comments. Okay. Number 5. There's something about this one. Hold on. Yeah. The club sandwich. Okay, after a round of golf, there's nothing better than a round of clubhouse club sandwich. It's got to be the 3 bread pieces, bacon, ham, tomato, right after a round of. It can't be like just a flat sandwich. You can't do that. It's got to be the club sandwich, the traditional one. Great sandwich.
Did you know that club stands for something?
What?
Clubs is an abbreviation. It's CLUB.
Hold on. Do I have something for that? The club sandwich stands for something. I did not know that.
Originally, club sandwiches had to be made with chicken, not turkey. They became turkey later on.
Wow.
Chicken and lettuce under bread. That's what a club sandwich is.
What? This
Trust
is
me,
amazing.
When I was told this, it blew my mind as well. I've been eating club sandwiches my whole life, and I had no idea.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, number 4, the muffaletta. All right, so this is the curveball for you guys. The muffaletta I love because I love the olive tamponade on it with that saltiness. Okay, and you got to get a good one with the bread's not too thick. You can't do like that ciabatta, or not the ciabatta, the whatever one that they have there that's just thick and just it's too dry. You got to get one that's like a little more like panini-ish. Okay, that's my number 4. Number 3, the French dip. A little messy, okay? But a French dip, dipping it in the au jus, all right, is a wonderful experience, especially if you get some nice meat on there, okay? Do you like the French dip, Colter?
I do. I had a French dip. It was actually a prime rib dip.
Yeah.
Where they like shaved the prime rib.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. Number 2, and this is the number 1 and number 2 are like go back and forth to be, okay? But number 2, the Cuban. I love a Cuban sandwich. Like the pulled pork and the ham and the cheese and the pickles and the mustard. I had one in Miami. It changed my life. The Cuban is the king of sandwiches, but for my favorite sandwich. Number 1, the Reuben.
Wow.
Oh, the Reuben is also another messy sandwich, but it is, I think, in my opinion, the king of sandwiches. I'm sorry, you get a little pastrami, you get a little sauerkraut on there, Swiss, Thousand Island dressing. Definitely my number one sandwich. That's my top 5 sandwiches.
Man, good list.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What's your one?
I'm partial to a club. We got this great sandwich shop here in Missoula, Taglieri Deli, and they make some like pretty unique combos with like the thin sliced Italian meats. But then like they make like these remoulade sauces, like sriracha mayonnaise and stuff, and they got a couple that are just spicy that are so good. I'd probably say like overall though, probably if I'm like at a common ordering item, I think probably a club.
That's your number 1.
I don't know, but I don't know. There's no place to get a good Cuban or really a Reuben in Missoula.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what was the old place though, Sean Kelly's? It's now something else. Didn't they have a good Reuben? I'm not sure.
You're right. Stone of Accord, which is what Sean Kelly's used to be. That's actually a good one. They have a good Reuben. That is.
Yeah, and they have Warden's sandwich shop right there.
Okay,
right?
see a Warden's a Wappa sandwich with that,
yeah.
The diced onions and the mayonnaise that they put on there, man, that's so good.
Yeah, I would always go to Doc Holidays, I think it was, or I'd have like the Thanksgiving sandwich sometimes.
Ooh,
they had a good egg salad or tuna salad sandwich. We got chicken parms, people like PB&J's. Sound off in the comments of what's your favorite sandwich. This is why we're here. We're not only a sports talk show. It's for top 5 sandwiches. Give me your list and I'll tell you if you're wrong.
Gotta love it. Talkin Schmidt each week here on the Big Sam Breakdown podcast series, probably presented by Holloway and Hauling. Holloway and Hauling can be your go-to when it comes to anything criminal defense. You can find them online, montanaLawyers.net. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah.